New car, new year, episode 3, Flat50 TV. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
What did you get up to at New Year?
Well, you know.
I do know. I tried to forget.
Party, and I woke up with a waistcoat on and a broken umbrella next to my head, and it can only be one thing. But it means that I was doing my Oliver Twist impressions. Oh, you know, with the... You know with the umbrella
Twisting
in Oliver
the umbrella
Twist,
around.
pretending it's a carriage.
Yeah.
So new car.
Yeah, new car at Christmas.
I've got to say, it's really it's much bigger, and now my hair fits in. Because before I feel like my big hair was like sort of hitting the roof. So
you had a nice Christmas with your uncle?
Yes. So it was really nice and chilled out. Yeah, very philosophical because my uncle's a poet. And you?
Yeah. Went to watch some live music.
Ooh,
yeah.
Who? What?
So you would have loved it because it was like a gypsy jazz folk band.
Yes. Banda Bacana.
They're like Afrofusion, world music, funky jazz, gypsy folk.
Oh my god, this
so
does
when
sound
when I show you some videos, you can actually see just the end of.
Yeah, I like it. Yes.
I mean, that was just a little clip.
As well.
Yeah, in Wales, yeah.
That's amazing.
So since 1984, the Dukes have been playing at the Victoria Hotel in North Wales.
Okay.
And they get different people to support them every year. So this year it was Banda Bacana. But the Dukes are like blues soul band from North Wales who are made up of people that used to run the local record shop, Cobb Records, and people who used to run the local guitar shop, Sam's Guitars.
Oh my god!
And where I used to buy my guitars from, me and my brother when we were younger, and where we used to go and buy records when we were teenagers. And then on Boxing Day we go to this hotel every year, and we watch this band get drunk, and it's really good.
Oh, that's
it's like a tradition, you know. So that was good.
I'm sold.
So that was nice to get a little bit of live music in there when I'm back in North Wales as well.
Yeah.
And it's so close to my house. I just literally walk down the road to the Vic,
and
it's there. It's awesome.
Oh, that's good. Exciting.
Let's go and pick up Gordon Taggart. Woohoo!
What to do? Yeah, they call me the seeker. And I've been searching low and high. I ain't gonna get what I'm after till the day I die. I ain't gonna get what I'm after till the day I die.
So yeah, I think that Gordon might be one of the guests that we have on the show who I have the longest history with.
Really?
So Gordon got in touch like pretty early on, sent me links to his band Yassassin. Me and my friend Keith, who I was living with at the time, were like, let's get Gordon in, definitely. So his band Yassassin would play with How and the Leaves and all the bands that were sort of the early days of Flat50.
And the sound is what, bluesy?
Like bluesy indie rock, yeah. Okay. Over those few years, then they played for us quite a few times, like at Leytonstone Festival. And then eventually, I think, Yassassin broke up for whatever reason.
Okay, I find as you get older with the whole band thing, it does get harder and harder because people, lives go in different directions.
One of the hardest things for a band isn't necessarily getting the right people together and having good songs. It's just keeping those people together because so many different things can pull you apart from each other that you would never even expect.
Yes.
You're like, your best guitarist falling in love with someone and being like, I'm moving in with my girlfriend to Spain. And you're like, right, well, see you later. You can't stop people's lives.
Yeah, because it's sort of almost...
You were trying to keep a band together as well, and it was difficult.
Yeah. What's that?
I don't know, something that's in shot of the camera. I don't
the
see it.
Valentine's Day episode. Yeah, February episode. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tearing down hearts. No love in here.
Episode. Talking about Valentine's Day, the day before Valentine's Day, the 13th of February, I think it's Wednesday the 13th, I'm starting my life drawing back in Stag's Head.
Are you?
So we're going to do like a Valentine's
Day
themed...
special?
Yeah,
Like what?
of like a couple. like two models, like a man and woman, like holding hands
Yeah.
on stage to draw or something like that.
Yeah. You know, my favourite like romantic sculpture is Rodin's sculpture, The Kiss.
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's the most romantic thing in the world.
Yeah, that is an awesome
And
sculpture.
I wrote a song about that.
Oh, did you? Oh, you
My
did, I
song,
think
The
I've
Kiss,
heard,
is
yeah.
about that. Well, kind of.
When I was doing my art A level, I think I sort of drew that quite a lot because I was looking at Henry Moore and Rodin and was trying to sort of do my own sculptures. So the artist that I was going to feature in this episode is a young man called RYAN DETHY.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ryan's like a graphic designer and makes like really striking digital images. Works for some like magazines sometimes, doing like images for them to promote different like stories or features. Like really, really bold, striking colours, like all digitally done. Sort of sci-fi themed as well, actually. So there's quite a lot of like robots and stuff in there, or like really, really cool, distinctive style. So you would know it was Ryan's work, I think, if you started looking at his work.
Yeah.
Ryan used to design quite a lot of the flyers and posters for our like early events back in like 2013.
Okay.
2014, so I used to use his images to like
advertise
Flat50 nights.
Yes,
so there'd be like a big robot on those, like black and white things with like buildings. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Right. Yeah, I remember that.
And we would also use those same posters to do the cover of compilation albums that we would record with all the bands that were playing on the night, and we would give them out during the events.
Okay.
Gordon's band Yassassin is on one of them, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, like album covers, posters, and then when I had my friends come and perform, so there's a guy, this is a very Welsh-based episode, so a guy called Mr Formula, my rapper friend from North Wales, came down to play in London.
Love a bit of rapping, yeah.
At my event, so he's a bilingual rapper, Welsh and English. And,
Welsh and English
yeah,
rapping.
and he goes between both languages. It's unbelievable. He's done a video with Charlie Sloth off BBC Radio 1 for like hip hop in the UK, and they got them to collaborate on one track together. So
All
that's
rapping,
cool. Yeah, all rapping. So like, you know, a girl from Brixton, Ed from Wales, somebody else from like York.
You're a rap individual. Come through with the flow unmistakable. I'm an handbrake, that a hand straight, I'm gonna call about the hand in. Rapping minority languages, break barriers like it ought to be. Emergency, emergency. Then while you're unbelievable, tell me about it. Light up the mic, no doubt about it.
He does a lot of beatboxing workshops. He's been to like the World Beatboxing Championships, and so he was at a Stag's Head event, Mr Formula, performing with his loop pedals, and he saw Ryan's work up on the wall and saw the compilations we were giving out, and then Mr Formula asked Ryan, would you do my album cover for me? So like, it's cool that the artists get work from putting their stuff up at nights or designing the poster, because the bands or the acts that are playing are always looking for graphics to sell music. And it looks really good together, like the kind of the tone and the attitude that Mr Formula has in his rapping goes quite well with the way that Ryan's artwork looks, you know. So yeah, no, it's a really good match there.
Is this where Gordon lives? Here?
Yeah, I think so. Recording straight away because I don't know how long that's going to take.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, buddy. All right. Flat50 TV.
Woo!
So yeah, slap it in.
Hello. All right.
Perfect.
Gordon!
Hello, love. How you doing?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Very good. Thank you.
All right, dude.
Good to see you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you guys.
Do you want to just try and shift into the middle a little bit, because loads of footage
Is there a
from in
seatbelt
the
in
car.
it?
I think so, yeah. Because,
it's all right if I die anyway, isn't it?
It's fine, you know. You've had a good
At least I went out on a
good
bang.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had a good
You're not
video.
27, are you?
No.
Imagine. Well, happy Christmas and happy New Year, mate.
Yes,
From
you
Flat50 TV.
Hey.
There's your little
Oh my
present.
god,
What's
I love
this?
it.
It's beautifully wrapped.
What
You
a
know
surprise.
what?
I know,
think
yeah.
we might need to mix up what the merchandise, because everyone's now going to know what it is.
It's exciting.
Sense of anticipation. Look at that.
Oh,
I'm excited. Amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries,
I'm
dude.
excited.
I love mugs, you know, because like you can just use them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Didn't experience the cold hard streets of the north in my day.
so where are you from, Gordon?
I'm from South Manchester.
South Manchester.
So Macclesfield is primarily where I
Macclesfield.
was born, grew up.
Wow, I've never been. And what's it like?
Macclesfield, what can I say? It's party central.
Is it?
It's got a nice golf course.
Has he got an iPhone?
Yeah. I went to play there as a junior golfer.
Did you?
Macclesfield, yeah.
Whereabouts?
Oh well, you're testing me now.
That's weird. Ooh,
Wanstead
look.
Golf Club there.
Wow,
golf
please.
everywhere.
Let's go have a round.
That's the only. So a Macclesfield boy then, Gordon.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
what's that
Go
guy
on, mate.
doing?
Go on.
He's had a few.
And then
That's the spoons.
Is there a weather? Oh, yeah, there's a weather street out. That's just standard, isn't it? Like
Sunday
everyone just
afternoon.
wandering around.
Sunday afternoon, yeah. I was telling Kate that, like, out of all the guests that we'll have on, you're probably one of the guests that I've known the longest in terms of Flat 50.
Really?
Because when we
Oh,
first set up,
cool.
you were one of the first bands that got in touch with Yassassin.
Really?
So when we were playing the Stag's Head, those were my first few events.
I didn't know that, you know.
Did you not? You thought I'd been
seemed
running
so
for a bit.
professional, so smooth that
Yeah.
it was just like, wow.
Thought I'd been running for
Fake it till you
years.
make it,
Yeah.
Paul.
I probably had my big banner up and that, didn't I? So you were
did,
thinking,
yeah.
well,
been
obviously these.
going-
That's professional for
But-
in my experience. So.
And you'd sent me an email showing me links to Yassassin.
Yeah.
And I'd sort of listened to that like it's your birthday song or something,
That was
which you did a video for,
We did a video for that, yeah.
with you like running down the street trying to get to your missus.
It was that was the idea. Yeah, it was spent a couple of evenings just bombing it down past the Barbican.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
down
that's
Old
cool.
Street. It was pretty.
Is that on? Can I watch that now?
It's on
online?
YouTube. Yeah.
Is it on YouTube?
If you search for Yassassin birthday. 'cause
Okay.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday today. It's your birthday. It's your birthday today. Hey.
Oh, very different.
It's quite a popular name actually, Yassassin,
Yassassin.
isn't it?
I didn't realise it was until
I've noticed quite a few bands called Yassassin now.
Oh
Have
really?
you?
Yeah.
Maybe we started the trend.
Yeah, you might have done.
Trend setting.
It was because it was quite a long time ago.
That's when it was.
You were first.
We were first,
and
I
then
think we
everyone
were first.
followed.
Yeah.
Well, it's a David Bowie song on. It's one of the Berlin albums.
Oh,
right,
of course, there was going to
okay.
be a Bowie link there with
Yeah.
you.
It's a really cool sort of Turkish inspired song actually if you check it out. But it also means long live in Turkish as well.
Does it?
Long
So
live.
I like that.
connotations, you know, good
Yassassin.
influence.
Oh,
Nice,
I
man. I never knew what that meant. Or
So
why
into
everybody was
that.
using it as their band name.
Yeah, there must.
Yeah.
And what did you guys sound like? A bit like David.
No, well, I think that we had sort of ideas of that in mind, sort of, but we were kind of rock funk.
Rock funk?
Yeah, like that's what we ended up sounding like. Probably a little bit heavier than we expected at the time, but it was sort of 70s influence.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you are very influenced by Yesteryear, did you say?
Yeah. Well, I try and be like. I try and be good and listen to more modern music now because I can't get stuck in that whole
Yeah.
just listening to.
But it just
50s,
doesn't set your
60s,
soul on fire.
Whenever I find, I'm listening to lots of different music, I always find myself going back to those kind of artists. You know?
Yeah.
The obvious choices: Zeppelin, The Who, Beatles, particularly McCartney, and Bowie is a huge influence on me musically and lyrically. Bands like the Smiths, the La's, Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings. Actually, some more modern artists, people like Alabama Shakes, Jaguar Ma. There's a great band called Shame at the moment, who are based in London. I've been listening a lot to. But singing wise, I love like big voices, distinctive voices. Elvis was always like the first one for me, and then like Steve Marriott, Jeff Buckley, Rod Stewart, Etta James, Billie Holiday. Really, really great voices.
When I finally decided to put a Flat 50 compilation album together, I was like, give us a song from Yassassin, Gordon. And
Because when did you do that?
That was like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
2016 or the end of 2016, yeah.
I think we definitely stopped playing together at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember when it came
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go and have a look if Jimi Hendrix Black is there? Just
Go
for a
and
laugh.
Go and have a look.
Just
the
not-
building used to be.
Okay, there's no
apparently.
point stopping then because
See,
it's not there.
I think it's
Yeah,
way
that
back
is the
or
old
something,
venue.
right?
What was the venue called?
The Uppercut Club.
Yeah, some good memory. Woo.
Wow. So what, Hendrix played there?
Yeah.
He wrote Purple Haze there on Boxing Day.
You are kidding me.
Yeah. And Otis Redding played there. You would have loved it. Oh, Taggart.
There's no Scottish in my family, as far as I'm aware, whatsoever, but I have the most Scottish name in the world. So much so that I once went for a casting with a pretty well-known casting director.
Yeah.
And she just assumed I was Scottish.
Oh.
No
It's
way.
based on my name.
Yeah.
Are we heading anywhere?
We are going to Arch 2, but we've got it booked from 5. So what we were going to do was we were just going to have a look at the statue of Joan.
Joan
outside.
Wood, because it's like a bit of a theatre-y, because you do all your acting and stuff.
Oh yeah, well, so before we get there, Gordon isn't just a musician, he's an actor too! There we go, segueing into the Theatre Royal there.
Hi guys, if you enjoyed Flat50 TV today, you can keep up to date with all future shows at Flat50 Arts on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter. Until next time.